Have you ever wondered why 99.99% of politicians are corrupt? I mean, these are powerful people, but how come they are so stupid? Well, let me help you answer that question by using this book. It says there are three rules for rulers. First one is no man can rule alone. Thus, keep your key supporters on your side. For democracy, key supporters do not mean that they are necessarily individuals, but are groups of people in block. For instance, the farmers, fishermen, business owners, and the youth. So, if you know the farmers' votes are vital to your political survival, hence a subsidy for the farmers is a good move. The youth, on the other hand, doesn't really affecting your campaign. So the youth can be put aside now. It makes no sense that most politicians against for lowering the voting age. Now, the second rule is control the treasure. How you keep your core supporters loyal? Well, by rewarding them their loyalty. You must understand rule number two and how the treasure is raised and used to hold a country together. The more democracy in a country, the lower the taxes. Why they lower the taxes? Because it's a crowd pleaser, it's popular, it can win them votes. In a democracy, the leaders would take smaller cut to pay their key supporters like GST. In a democracy also, the more productive the citizens are, the better, because a healthy, productive citizen would create more wealth. Hence, more money to be distributed to their key supporters. That is why democracy government build roads, schools, and hospital not because of the kindness in their hearts, but remember that it is to make sure the citizen productive when the taxes rates, even when the taxes rates are low. The third one is to minimize your key supporters. If you want to stay longer in office, rule number three is the vital one. Generally speaking, you cannot get rid of the people who did not vote for you, but you can do tricks like make your supporters easier to go vote and using gerrymandering to your advantage. Now, even in democracy, there are still key individuals that you need by your side, perhaps because of their power, influence, or fame. How to reward these people? Easy. Pass their laws that they have written, give bailout when their company is fail, or give contracts to them because you need to build hospital and roads anyway. You can take the higher moral ground, but you will be fighting with those who don't. So good luck with that. Corruption is not a petty crime, but rather a tool of power in democracy. No man can rule alone, after all. Apart from Singapore, Malaysia is the only democracy that yet have gone through a change of regime. Indonesia had theirs when Suharto resigned on May 1998. May is a good month for a change. As the president after sitting at home for over 30 years. The riot of the youth of Reformation was too strong for the aging Suharto to hold on power, simply because Suharto failed to keep rule number three. The army is with the people. As for Philippines, President Ferdinand Marcos, who had an infamous wife, collected infinity numbers of expensive shoes, jewelries, and golds. Sounds familiar. Was eventually toppled by opposition leader Corazon Aquino by EDSA revolution after 9 years ruling Philippines by martial law. Marcos fell the rule number two by keeping most of the wealth to himself, not to his supporters. You may have no interest in politics, but politics interested in you. Vote wisely, hashtag GE14, And that is something you might not have known.